what do you think is justice for the Sharon's family? What amounts to justice as far as they're concerned?
This is one question that I always ask myself, because getting a conviction and people being sentenced to maybe death.
Is that justice?
To some people, it's justice. Of course, to most of the members of the public, it is justice. But now, I don't know how the family will feel about it, because do they now feel that now
locking him inside,
our daughter's death has been now has been avenged, or
that offer closure? As in,
Now, to me, I would say, okay, to me, and in the eyes of the law, I would say that is justice if they are sentenced. Of course, they have been convicted. If they are sentenced, maybe I would say that is justice. But I don't know now how the individuals from the family will feel about it, because some will still feel si wamefungwa tu, nothing has happened, mtoto wetu hajarudi, you know.
What about if at all does Obado also have an option of trying to pursue this through restorative justice? That's as in Sharon has gone and the family is bereaved. Instead of locking me inside, you achieve nothing by that. I'm still unable to bring back Sharon and the fetus, and understand your pain. I'm sorry, unfortunately it happened this way. But to just try to just cover up something. I'm not trying to put money. I'm trying to look at this, but eventually we have this 1.2 billion here. It can cool the pain a little bit.
Now the question is,
what's up?
the question is also, how now do we even quantify someone's life? That's the only problem.
No. He's not quantifying the life. What I'm just saying is, because you see, whatever has happened has happened. Understand? But we can arrive at out of court settlement.
That's too late for that now. They've already been convicted. And even if that was to work, it has to be, the family has to accept. Which in most cases is very difficult. You know, families which have lost their loved ones, they will always just want to see you in jail.
So it's revenge.
Yeah.
To them, it's just an eye
tricky.
for an eye.
It can't work. Yeah. For minor offenses, that one can work, but for such capital offenses, it's very difficult.
They also fear that probably, as they go that direction, they will not appeal so positive to the public, and eventually they'll come mafisi.
Yeah, even as such, in murder cases, we rarely have that. Not even rarely. We don't. I haven't seen a case where parties have requested to have an out-of-court negotiation and settlement.
Is it because these criminal cases is normally the state that is prosecuting it?
Yes, the state is prosecuting, and it's a crime under the law with a punishment.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So there's nothing like maybe the family can say that is okay, the crime happened against the state, but for us as a family, we want time for closure, and we want this thing. We don't want this thing to go. So it's beyond the family as well.
In other offenses, I've seen that happens, but not this capital
Not in
offenses.
capital offenses. Oh, okay.
Because in other offenses, you can talk. I've seen where people have dropped charges. Yeah. Mnaenda mnaongea kama hizo theft na nini. Yeah, you can talk. Nasema the property in question maybe is 100,000. Wacha tukupatia 100,000.
Story issue.
Story issue, you withdraw the case. But in capital offenses, it's a bit difficult because of the technicalities and the sensitive nature they tell, especially for the victims' families, and also even the public. Because you see, one thing about the law is, or the legal system is, every decision that is made by the court
Such
is always under
reasons.
the scrutiny of the members of the public, and then it has the effect of setting some precedents or something. So what do you think if today Sharon's Otieno family says that we can take something alafu hiyo story tuache, what will that be communicating to the future of maybe murder trial?
But I can kill you, but as much as I have enough, I can walk scot-free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's why it's difficult.
Okay.
It might be an option, yes, but sometimes it's very, very difficult, considering that. And
is
also
it difficult on the side of the family or even on the side of the
not
state?
even on the side of the family. Just considering all the parties involved, it is. And you see, even for dropping the charges, the prosecution must also agree. Na hiyo hawezi. Do you know the prosecution house these capital offenses zinatengeneza jina? Because if you can be able to prosecute a murder trial as a prosecutor to a conviction like they did, unajua hapo pia wanaona wewe ni
creating that story is not an easy.
So but generally it's something that it's a route that it's very difficult to take.
It's an option that is not
because at the end of the day pia watu the victim's family always just want to see you, just want that justice, and to them
the
justice is you being convicted.
So right now, as we are looking at the sentences that are possible for Obado, in case it's not it's not a death sentence and it's not life imprisonment, what other? Or if at all is a period to serve in custody, he will serve how long in jail? Probably.
For me, from where I sit, I look at it as death sentence. I'm not looking at anything less than that.
Okay.
Yeah, because looking at the kind, when you read that judgment, you get to understand.
So right now he is the person who murdered, not this guy who murdered. Then for him, we are just looking at the motive. Maybe he might have participated.
But you see,
or these people, all of them
have been convicted for murder.
The judgment
all of them have just been convicted for murder.
So the judgment is the same for all of them.
I mean, let's say it's the same. But because I'm also curious to see how it will come out, whether the three of them will be put on a death sentence or maybe something lesser, depending on the people's each one of them, each contribution they give.
So in the event that you've been sentenced to death, then you don't appeal. What happens? You die the next week? You're killed the next week?
No, you are not being killed. You munakuwa tu on death row, but you are just mko tu huko.
So now what have we done?
Si kuna tu watu wako tu on death row huko in this
waiting for
this maximum prisons.
Okay, so what happens in the death rows?
Wait, hakuna. Nowadays they don't.
So unaenda unaota tu jua masaa yako, unakula bata tu pale.
Wewe uko tu, you are on death row but uko tu uko ndani. So unajua tu maisha yako just like they.
So you're just like any other prisoner. Despite the fact that for you your sentencing is such grave.
Yes. Now, as per the trial, as per how they are being treated there, I may not know.
Does the sentence also prescribe how you'll be treated down there?
No. It's just
now
whether they now have regulations on how they treat prisoners depending on their, but it's not given by the court, of course. The court will just say you have been sentenced to death. Then you are handed over to the prisons department.
But are there acts that actually governs the prisons department that for people who have been sentenced with murder, hapa, and this is the way you are going to
of course, what I can say is for them, I also seen wale wanapelekwa kwa hizo maximum prisons where like committee,
the real criminals, where the real criminals are.
You know, those maximum prisons. Kimalatewa huko.
So you're exposed to hard labor and stuff like that can kill you within a short time.
No, I mean not really know. Because there's nothing that specifies on how they should be treated, and that's what I'm saying. Maybe prisons, maybe there are regulations on how they.
Like Kenya School of Law, there is an act, right? That governs Kenya School of Law.
Yes.
You sure there is no act that governs the prison? On how
Yes, there is. What I'm saying is, maybe prescribing on how various
individuals
people
should
be treated. That one cannot be in an act of parliament. Maybe the act of parliament governing prisons will just prescribe on how it is structured, how it is governed, you know.
Okay.
But not going to the
very core
now
details.
that might now be with the prison department their own internal regulations.
Okay. But then I think then that begs that Sharon might then not get justice. If at all that is what
Now you see, that's now how you look at justice from the perspective of Sharon's death. But some people will say that death row or that death sentence to them is justice. Because you don't live your life with freedom. You are restricted somewhere where you
don't enjoy the way you used to enjoy.
You spend the rest of your life there.
Okay.
You don't live a normal life just like any other person.